sources deep inside saying, divorce is gonna come in a couple years.
He would throw him into trash cans, push him into dog poop, throw away his papers. And this is like a young immigrant kid trying to like help his family. And I just feel like, oh, karma's so sweet. Get fucked, Ryan.
Ryan Reynolds choosing Tiff over Blake Lively might seem like a harmless career move, but what if it's part of a bigger Hollywood joke that's long lost its charm? Fans once loved the couple's playful banter and witty exchanges online, seeing them as the perfect blend of humor and romance. But what if those jokes were more revealing than they appeared? Looking back, the lighthearted teasing could read like quiet confessions hidden in plain sight. The humor that once felt endearing now carries a strange weight, especially with Tiff's absence lingering in the background. What once made everyone laugh now feels like a truth we all missed. And suddenly, it's not so funny anymore.
This all just goes to show how unprepared and unresearched Blake Lively was. It's incredibly frustrating that she just thinks she can just cut all these people off and accuse them of all of this stuff and then play victim. Well, people are allowed to come forward and defend themselves, Blake. This isn't retaliation. You ensued that this guy was some creepy weirdo. I want to reiterate and say it again. Like, usually a local actor is hired for such a small role. It's not a small role. It's a really important role in the film, and clearly as parents, you know that too. And to have someone there deliver the baby, to have it be someone Justin knows and respects and can trust to do that scene is what I assume actually happened. And for you to do the opposite and just imply, again, more toxic crap and negativity about anything this man does must have been to seek pleasure. I mean, you were so full of yourself. And and this guy should sue her in a way, because again, she's painting this picture of, oh, I'm in there with this scene, and the way I read it when I first saw that lawsuit, I'll be honest, when I first read Blake's lawsuit, I read that kind of in horror, like, oh my God, they really left her out to dry like that in stirrups with only a cloth covering it. Like, what the heck? As I read that, I assumed, why would she make this up? She's a pretty big deal. She's got a lot of power. Like, why would she want to risk putting such a big lie out there? That could also be easily proven false.
Why did Ryan Reynolds choose to walk the Toronto International Film Festival carpet without Blake Lively by his side? That single decision set off a storm of speculation, as one of Hollywood's most photographed couples suddenly appeared out of sync. Ryan arrived alone, perfectly styled, smiling for cameras, while Blake's absence quickly stole the spotlight. To casual observers, it may have seemed like a small detail, but to those within the industry, it looked strategic. A calculated move disguised as coincidence. The official explanation pointed to scheduling conflicts, and fans were quick to defend the couple, citing their busy lives and family responsibilities. Yet in Hollywood, timing is rarely accidental, and even the simplest excuse can carry layers of hidden meaning. Ryan's solo appearance made Tiff feel like his personal stage, a moment to reclaim his own narrative without shared attention. In the entertainment world, this isn't unusual. Powerful couples often use solo outings to subtly shift public perception. One partner's absence invites curiosity, fuels gossip, and reframes the conversation. Whether his intent was to spark speculation or simply to highlight independence, Ryan's demeanor said it all. He appeared calm, confident, and entirely at ease in the spotlight, like a man reminding everyone he doesn't need anyone else to command attention. The true intrigue that night wasn't in what he said, but in what was left unsaid. No Blake, no joint red carpet, no coordinated image of unity, just Ryan, dressed to perfection, standing beneath a flood of camera flashes that seemed to crave the balance her presence once provided. In her absence, Blake became the silent shadow behind every photo and headline, her invisibility only amplifying her influence. Tiff might have been about film and glamour on the surface, but beneath the gloss, it felt like a carefully choreographed chapter in their ongoing public narrative, a moment defined by quiet visibility from one and intentional silence from the other. Looking back, it fits a familiar pattern. Whenever Ryan and Blake step into the spotlight, it's never simply about showing up. It's about shaping perception. Every appearance, every absence, every smile feels like part of a silent conversation between them and the world. A message delivered not through words, but through presence and timing.
Here's this event where she's out at this event signing autographs from clear autograph hounds. They're like literally handing her more and more posters to sign, getting in the back and then posting more. All these people are like, and then she goes over the side to sign more autographs. These aren't fans. She clearly called some people who brought some stuff and they're now taking selfies so they can prove that, they took the photo. Don't touch her. Don't touch her. As some of the audio is there.
Bro.
Can we get a shot here?
Yo, blue shirt, bro. Come on, chill out.
Come on, chill out.
Okay, great.
Just move out of the
Okay, arm.
Now you're in front of us.
All these real fans.
Guys, listen to the guy.
Complicated.
Blake, right here, Blake, please.
Right over here.
Nice pose right in front of the wet floor side of the cone.
Has the spotlight quietly shifted between Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively? That question has lingered across Hollywood ever since Ryan's solo appearance at TIFF. From the start, their careers have run on parallel but distinctly different tracks. Ryan carved out his place as a global superstar through blockbuster comic book roles, with Deadpool cementing him as both a fan favorite and a cultural phenomenon. Blake, meanwhile, stepped away from traditional Hollywood after Gossip Girl, building a more refined empire rooted in fashion, business, and lifestyle branding. On paper, they seem perfectly balanced, a movie icon and a style mogul, each reigning in their own sphere. But when you look closer, the scales of influence begin to tip. Ryan's films command massive box office numbers and dominate global headlines, the kind of attention that's hard to rival. Blake's ventures, though equally strategic, move at a quieter rhythm, less spectacle, more precision. It's that contrast that defines their dynamic. His fame flares in cinematic bursts, while hers simmers steadily through long-term influence. The difference becomes most apparent when you see them in public. When Ryan promotes a film, he dominates the spotlight, commanding interviews, red carpets, and late-night stages with his trademark charm and effortless charisma. He's the embodiment of blockbuster energy. Blake, on the other hand, takes center stage during fashion weeks and product launches, where her presence transforms every camera flash into a statement. Her influence isn't loud. It's curated, intentional, and visually magnetic. Together, they don't compete for attention. They alternate in power, passing the cultural spotlight between them with precision. Yet that rhythm poses an intriguing question. Whose momentum truly defines their balance? Is it Ryan's rapid-fire stardom or Blake's image-driven, deliberate legacy? TIFF offered a subtle clue. With Ryan walking the carpet alone, the night belonged entirely to him. No shared frame, no coordinated couture, no dual narrative. Just Ryan, poised and self-assured. And in that moment, Blake's absence became her loudest statement yet, a silence that echoed through every photo and headline. The moment underscored Ryan's ability to command attention on his own while revealing the subtle rhythm that defines their public dynamic. Yet perhaps Blake's absence wasn't a void in her narrative at all. Maybe it was a deliberate countermove, a silent show of strategy rather than disengagement. In Hollywood, power isn't always measured by presence. Sometimes the most calculated move is knowing when not to appear. By stepping back, Blake may have allowed Ryan the spotlight he sought, all while reminding everyone that silence, when used with intention, can speak louder than any red carpet moment.
Now it's affecting your boss over at Disney, which you finally got to step in with this big, huge, successful movie, but now you can't even post an Instagram post without leaving the comments on. You have to turn them off. Like, this is not good for your brand, brother. This is not worth it. Now, I've had other sources, less of them, but sources deep inside saying, divorce is gonna come in a couple years. So is that what's really happening? Is this all just him aggressively, stubbornly trying to prove we were right, trying to just continue to scream and threaten to the last minute? Because that's what this screams like to me. Now, again, demanding sanctions over the frivolous suit, which is a frivolous request. Again, he's drowning the court yet again with more high-profile demands to go away. Ryan Reynolds has had enough of these utterly frivolous. I mean, I feel like I've read this story.
Was Blake Lively's absence at TIFF actually her strength rather than a sign of weakness? That's the twist no one expected. At first glance, skipping the event looked like a rare misstep in her otherwise flawless image. Ryan owned the carpet, the interviews, and the cameras, while Blake wasn't even a shadow in the background. Yet sometimes silence becomes the loudest move of all. Her absence didn't fade. It became the centerpiece of conversation. Reporters and fans alike kept asking the same question. Where was Blake? That curiosity turned into her greatest weapon. Whether it was a strategic retreat, a quiet protest, or a calculated statement, it worked. Blake has always understood the power of scarcity. She never floods the spotlight. She uses it sparingly, ensuring that when she does appear, it matters. That's why her no-show at TIFF didn't diminish her. It amplified her mystique. In an industry obsessed with visibility, Blake's restraint felt like control. By not attending, she managed to dominate headlines without uttering a word. Some suggest she stepped aside to let Ryan enjoy his solo moment, while also subtly distancing herself from the machinery of film promotion. If that's true, it was a masterstroke. The cameras captured Ryan, but the conversation revolved around her. In that sense, her absence became her presence, turning what seemed like disengagement into quiet dominance. Ryan left with glossy photos. Blake left with intrigue. And in Hollywood, intrigue outlasts any red carpet smile. TIFF didn't weaken her narrative, it refined it. Her silence spoke volumes, proving that in their ongoing dance of publicity, she may be the one leading the choreography. She remains the one setting the rhythm. Their public images may move in separate lanes, but whenever those paths cross, strategy takes the place of spontaneity. And in that intersection, it's Blake's quiet command of mystery that continues to prevail. She doesn't just play the Hollywood game, she rewrites its rules, proving that sometimes the most powerful presence is the one that knows exactly when to disappear.
Her husband, Reynolds, Ryan, was mentioned because of a Canadian fan, how she could have gotten a ride from him. Ugh, I hate when they do those dumb jokes, as if that is true. She admitted she doesn't like filming videos of herself or TikTok in the bathroom. And the one she made before she posted, it's true because it's like, it's a bathroom product. So you got to do it in the bathroom. And she refuses to post things in the bathroom. So maybe don't launch a beauty care line. Anyway, here's a clip. I apologize. The audio is very low. I'll try to boost it as I'm talking, but you might need to boost yours up, your speakers. Here's some of the awkwardness.
But it makes sense because in this industry, when you play, and I've met a lot of people, actors who are incredibly shy in real life, who you think are very, big personalities. But it makes sense because when we play a character, we escape into someone else, and that's the way in which we, step outside of ourselves. So as someone who's very shy and very, personal, it is strange to make a video of yourself in your bathroom. Like, it doesn't totally make sense to me. I made so many more videos than I could ever post because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so shy. I've done it. This is so weird. So that one I posted, but I made it a couple months before I posted it because I was just too, I was like, I can't do this, I'm in my bathroom, this is too intimate. But anyway, I finally did it. But I used all Blake Brown products, except I was using Elnet hairspray because we hadn't created our hairspray yet. And that was one of the few products. Sorry, I inhaled dust or something, but thankfully I have this really good matcha right here.
She inhaled dust or something. Oh my God, I can't do it. It's just like, aren't you supposed to be like the hair care expert? Like, confidence, be there, show up and actually own it. And she doesn't. And she's shy.
Are Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's Instagram jokes really just harmless fun? Or are they carefully coded confessions hiding in plain sight? That's the question industry insiders keep circling as they scroll through the couple's feeds. On the surface, their playful exchanges seem like lighthearted trolling, a sarcastic birthday caption here, a cropped photo there. It's fuel for fans who adore them as Hollywood's wittiest duo. But look closer, and the tone begins to shift. Humor has always been Ryan's greatest weapon. His sharp sarcasm and self-aware wit define his brand both on-screen and off, turning every post into a performance. Each punchline reinforces his charm, relatability, and, most importantly, his control of the narrative. When Ryan makes the joke, the spotlight naturally finds him. That's power disguised as playfulness. Blake, on the other hand, plays a different kind of game. She doesn't flood her feed with jokes or constant commentary. Her posts are rare, refined, and razor-sharp, designed to elevate her image rather than explain it. When she teases Ryan, it's intentional and calculated, landing with the precision of someone who knows her influence. Her restraint communicates confidence. She doesn't chase attention. She curates it. And that composure feeds her image as effortlessly poised and untouchable. Industry insiders argue that none of this is accidental. It's choreography disguised as chemistry, none of it accidental. Social media has evolved from a playground of fun into a battlefield of branding, and both Ryan and Blake understand its rules better than most. Every caption, every photo, every carefully timed post serves a purpose. Ryan's humor builds relatability. He's the witty everyman audiences can't help but root for. Blake's mystique, on the other hand, builds aspiration. She's the figure of elegance, control, and quiet authority. These opposing styles don't blend. They compete. Their feeds operate like parallel campaigns, each subtly vying for dominance while maintaining the illusion of effortless chemistry. To fans, it all looks authentic, a couple joking around online. But to